So, everyone, as I was just mentioning, Aman recently, very recently, has been able to score a 760 in his first attempt and the self-paced mode of the GMAT course. Phenomenal score. Obviously, every single time when we see a 760, we say that yes, the justice has been done to the top 1% philosophy. And really, really encouraging to see that he is still in college, I guess, because he says 2024. And while being in college, he's been able to score so well. So I'll stop this share and let me just talk to him. Hey, Aman, welcome to the session. All right. So, Aman, first of all, congratulations. This has been a phenomenal score. I'm sure the journey would have been also phenomenal. So, why don't you take us through the journey in the chronological order as to how you came in contact, what you studied, what was the material you did, what mocks you wrote, how did you build your concepts, what was the biggest help you got, and then eventual exam experience. Like, take us through in the chronological order, please.
Sure, sir. I'll be happy to do that. So, like coming to GMAT, I had heard from my sister that you should give GMAT in your second year or third year, since you have your basics clear during your college and you are able to have a grip on such as subjects such as quant or verbal in the very start. So, in the second year, I started searching for organizations through which I can study for GMAT, and that's when I came across top 1%. One of my just college seniors had taken the course from you as well. His name was Pratham Gaur.
Right,
Last year
right,
he had scored the same 760 in December.
right,
So I contacted him, I asked for his reviews, and he told me that top 1% is that's the go-to thing if you want to score a 760 or and above in GMAT. Then the next I took a bit of gap since I had my semester exams. Then the next year I contacted top 1%, took a demo session and began my preparations then and there.
right,
Now, for me, it was a bit difficult managing it with college since I was in my second year and I had to look out for internships and my academics. So I started somewhere around March and April, but I had to stop my preparations in between due to my examinations and my internship. Then I
mm,
regained it again during my summer break and while preparing. So throughout the course, the basic videos, I followed the course very thoroughly. The
mhm,
pre-work, the post-work, line by line, word to word, every question in the material given. I did not
right,
skip any question, no matter how much time it took me. I built my pace slowly. For me, it was the verbal which was difficult. I had given a free mock for one of the organizations which provides them, and I had reached somewhere around 600 out of
mhm,
800. And in there, doing the analysis where it shows the mistakes in quant, I saw my mistakes majorly in the 7 to 800 questions or 6 to 700. But in verbal, my basics were even incorrect. So
right,
that was the biggest challenge. And even in verbal SC, to be very frank, I had to redo one of the SC sessions again, which was majorly around PPT 2, I guess.
right,
That is
right,
a very huge PPT, and you need to go very thoroughly with that. It has
right,
all the basic rules, everything there. Besides SC, I guess RC, Octave, obviously the best
mhm,
strategy you can find. And out of Octave, I found the opinion, the contradiction words, and the elimination and verification part. Those four parts were the biggest key for my success.
right, right,
I used to all any essay I started reading, I used to always find contradiction words in them.
mhm,
Now coming to GMAT, I had scheduled my GMAT somewhere around August, but I had to postpone it due to personal reasons.
mhm,
And before that, I had given mocks. So according to me, mocks are the biggest improvement tool you can find out. The
okay,
top 1% mocks, because after you have done the syllabus, they give you an analysis, they give you an idea where you have to focus now. After you have
right,
done the complete syllabus, you have to find topics which are difficult or somewhere you're going wrong again and again. They give them the analysis that if your concepts are wrong or you're just going wrong while reading the question.
mhm,
So my score, like after I completed the course, as mentioned in your material or the course structure, you have mentioned that as soon as you complete the course, you should give an official mock. So
right,
that gives you an idea. So I gave the official mock just complete after completing the course, and my score was somewhere to 720,
mhm,
and I was not happy with that. So I went through a
Mm.
course, I followed the next revision material, the 7 to 800 questions.
Right, right,
Those were a game changer for me. In Quant, 7 to 800 questions, and in SC, the PDF which I did again was SC 100 most important questions with concepts.
right, right, right.
And for RC, I guess there was a revision document if I'm not wrong.
Right,
It was
700 to 800, and then there is loads of practice as well. Yes.
yes, sir. And for the material, I think I did only your material. As I
Mm.
mentioned in the videos that your material is sufficient, it is actually. I did not go through the official guides or the advanced questions or the advanced guides of the official. Your your content, your material was just more than sufficient for the score I
Right,
achieved.
right. A
And
couple of
yes,
questions here. Yeah, yeah,
yes,
sorry.
yes, yes.
Did you do some preparation for the math part and especially data sufficiency or something, or you thought that math was all right anyway?
No, sir. To be honest, in quants, when I gave them my first mock before starting your course, the data sufficiency was a very tricky part. I had to go through thoroughly the data sufficiency topics, the
Hmm.
traps which you mentioned, as well as the most important PDF, which is 46 most difficult questions of data sufficiency.
Right, right, right.
I had to do a lot of them to gain a grip on data sufficiency. Because it
Right.
was
So you
tricky.
had to go through the quant part also. It's not that
Yes, sir.
only work. Okay. So you're
Yes, sir.
anyway saying you didn't leave out even one question from the entire content. That means this. So that's a lot of dedication. You probably would have taken what, 3 months then? Because your college ended and then you wrote it in September or
Yes.
something.
I guess since I had taken a gap of 1 and a 1.5 month between the preparations, so yeah, while for the timeline, I would say 4 to 5 months, but yeah, actual preparation was around 3.5 months.
Okay. All right. And what was your exam experience? Did you think there was anything unusual this time, or did you have any anxiety or nerves? People always ask that, anxiety can always be there, a bit of anxiety, a bit of nerves. And did you find anything unusual on the exam day? Yeah.
So coming to the exam day, I don't think I found something unusual. During the quant section, I was once struck or I was shocked to see a very easy question in a very higher up question somewhere around 20 to 25. But I didn't
Okay.
remember that you had mentioned in one of the sessions that when topics change, an easy question can come in between, even if you're
Right.
going correct to your answers. So that helped me go through it. And for the verbal, I think, yeah, yes, I was a bit anxious because somewhere I felt that I had marked a few questions wrong.
Mm.
But then, to be honest, I guess your course and the confidence I had because just before the official exam, I had got a 760 on my GMAT official mock.
Right.
So the confidence it builds in you that you can actually score that and your study material, your knowledge, that helped me go into
And
the
was there anything unusual in verbal as well, or nothing really? I mean, you were familiar with very
no,
clear
sir.
patterns.
There was nothing unfamiliar in any of the sections. I was familiar with
Okay.
all of them, going through all your
So yeah.
mocks.
So I think since you got the score, you would have been advising people one on one. So what is the advice? What people should do and shouldn't do for the GMAT? Now that you're on the other side, what is your advice for people who are still preparing? What should they do and what should they not do at all? Please tell.
So for one, people who are following your course, you should do the course thoroughly. The course structure, as it is structured, the pre-work, the post-work, and the videos. You should not skip any part of that, not even a single question of the material mentioned. And for do's and don'ts, I think I've seen in my friends as well as in myself when I was starting the GMAT that we think our content is way better. We do not need to focus a lot on that. But when it comes to data sufficiency and higher level questions as a 7 to 800, the game changes completely. If we do not practice that, we won't have a grip on that, and we would surely make a mistake on the exam day. And
Uh,
I've seen a strategy of some of the people that they only do 7 to 800 or 6 to 800 questions and just skip the easy ones while practicing. I think that is somewhere wrong, which because of which when you are solving a question on the exam day, you tend to overanalyze those questions if they even if they are very easy.
right, right, right.
Coming to verbal, I think yeah, I for verbal I would just give an advice that do not skip a strategy because I had skipped one PPT, skimming through it, and had to redo it again ju- for to make sure I had a grip on it. You cannot
Right.
skip the. And
Superb,
to be honest,
superb. Yeah.
do not be stressed, because we get stressed a lot when we do not get good marks in our mocks while practicing your mocks or the official mocks, and that lowers down our confidence while giving the exam. So I think the confidence we have in us before giving the exam, that is also a very important thing while giving the exam,
Right.
because I've seen myself change with the confidence.
Right. Right. Right.
Before I got
Abs-
changed a lot.
Right. Really, really awesome insights in that case, because obviously once you've conquered the test, you definitely can give this piece of advice. And very happy for your success, first of all, because it happened earlier. Because most people would write the GMAT once either their undergrad is over, or they'll write it maybe in the final year of the undergrad. But you wrote it before, like probably 1 year before the course is over for you. So that's really phenomenal. Did you get a chance to go through the know the world part at all, or awareness part?
Sure, so I think I skipped while I just skipped me while mentioning the course. So awareness programs and know the world. That is something that just changes a person, so to be honest.
Hmm.
The note, and I'm sorry I did not mention this before, but to be honest, the score I got today is a lot of it, or I think the most of it goes to you. I'm very grateful to you for actually motivating me to aim for 760.
Right,
I had not set a goal for 760 when I was starting the course. I think I was going to be happy even if I had scored a 720 or 740. When I had started this
right.
course, I had mere plans of going to ISD, I would say, for my or to
Hmm.
the YLP program later. But going while following your course, while hearing you teaching, when I heard you teaching, and when you mentioned that 760 is not so big that it's not achievable or something or that sort, that's when I thought, let's do 760. Let's crack it. Let's aim for 760 and let's not settle for anything less. So I think you were the
Superb,
biggest motivation for me to go to at least aim for 760 in the very first place.
superb, superb, Aman. And finish if you have not finished the Know the World program, you'll really, really
Yes, sir.
feel that later, even during placements, you'll really be amazed how much it will help you. All right, thanks for joining in that case. All the very best. Maybe you'll be applying for deferred MBA program probably this time. That would be a
Yes, sir,
real.
I'll be
So
definitely
do let
applying
us
for that
know
for
how
MBA.
you proceed with it. Keep in touch with me. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure.
See you.
Thank you.
Right. Bye bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.